So what I'm showing you here is the Biosand filter that I'll be talking about. It turns out that there are about 800 million people in the world that don't have access to clean water, and about 72% of illnesses related to clean water are because of various bacteria that are in the water. And what you see behind me is the pond. This is a good example of a surface water source that might be the only accessible water in a poor or developing area. And in general, surface water sources like this, like the Wabash River or any other surface water source, are generally contaminated by mammal waste. So every squirrel, raccoon, deer, and other kind of animal that lives out in the woods leave behind their waste. There are bacteria that live in warm-blooded animal colons, and that bacteria will be contaminating surface water sources like this unless they're in an amazing place where there are no animals. So when that happens, the water will generally cause diarrhea and various other illnesses for people who have to drink from it. And a lot of that can be removed. And this filter was designed to allow people in a very low infrastructure area, someplace where there's no electricity, to go ahead and improve the quality of their water using a sand filter. And it uses a technique that is pretty well known in development circles called a biosand filter. So it not only removes particles and things by the sand, but there's also a bacterial layer that grows at the top of the sand. And I can show you the inside of the sand filter component. In here you have some water and a layer of plastic, and there's some sand down in there. And in that sand are bacteria that live there that actually eat the bacteria that will make you sick, the E. coli bacteria. So this filter is designed with a pump that sits down in the water, puts water into the fill tank, and then drips through this slowly drips through the sand filter and into the various storage tanks where you can chlorinate it if you need to reduce the bacteria count even more. So this is just a design that's intended. It has a solar panel over there where it can be in the sun to drive the pump. And this is something that can be operated off-grid for people who live in a place where they don't have electricity, they don't have good access to clean water, but they may be using surface water. And you can improve the quality of that water, reduce the bacteria count dramatically, and then chlorinate if you need to get it down even further, to bring it to a standard much closer to what we would expect coming out of our tap. So that's the goal of this project, was to do some research and development and explore different kinds of improvements and the effectiveness, study the effectiveness of a filter like this in an off-grid environment, which is where we happen to be here on Rose-Hulman's campus.